The summary of the last lecture, we have discussed this quantum circuits and what is the main difference between quantum circuit and classical circuit. So quantum circuits, no loops, but classical circuits, we are having a feedback. That means they are cyclic, but quantum circuits are acyclic. Next, the quantum circuits, we don't have fan in and fan out. The reason is a quantum bit, a qubit, never be created or nor destroyed. And after that, we have seen this measurement. So once you have done the measurement, the quantum bit is not destroyed. Once you measure, it is changing its value to the classical value or its classical bit. That's why I have yesterday, I think in the last class, I have given a symbol also. Whenever you have drawn a double line, that indicates that is the classical measurement. That's good. And after that, we have discussed this circuits, circuits with C naught. This is what we are discussing. Circuits with C naught. This is the last lecture of this first series, circuits with C naught. And in the last class, I have given a small technique. This is a very useful technique. Don't forget this. And that is actually whenever input is given, because we know the input and we have to find the output, just like a classical circuit. While you are finding output, what you have to do, whatever the circuit they have given, we are converting that circuit into a unitary operator and we are operating the unitary operator on that initial state. Then whatever the final state we are getting, that's the answer. That final state is not a single state. That final state is the combination of those two output states. Because one state, sometimes it won't be changed and the second state will be changed. That tensor product of those two output states is nothing but your final state. Let me explain if you don't have clarity once again. Please remember this technique. C naught is operating on A tensor B. So this is operating on right side. So what I told yesterday, whenever C naught is operating on right side, please remember this, right for rows. That's why C naught will change third and fourth rows. Third and fourth rows are interchanged. Because you need not to multiply again and again the matrices. No need. And similarly, the second point what I told you, whenever you have A tensor B here like this and C naught operation is like this. So your circuit contains C naught. These are some other gates. So this is operating on left side. Then what is this operation? I hope I have explained. This is left side operating. That is the third and the fourth columns. Fourth columns are interchanged. Interchange. That's it. Okay, so let us take one more quantum circuit today. First one. Here I am taking this is 0. Okay, and after that here one more 0 I am taking, and after that one X gate here. That means Pauli X gate, and after that here one Hadamard gate. One Hadamard gate here, and after that we have one C naught. Let me draw again. Once again. Here we have Hadamard, and here we have Pauli X gate, and after that C naught. So don't be surprised, these are quantum gates, and here we have one input 0 and another input is also 0. So here what we are finding is, yesterday Balakrishna asked, what is this psi final state? It's not a single state. This is the combination of this and this. For example, let us suppose this is a psi 1 we are getting, psi 2 we are getting. Whatever the answer you are finding, that is the tensor product of psi 1, psi 2. Okay, that's good. And let me do this problem now. Let me solve this circuit. So in the last class I told you we have to take the circuits from what is this? Right side to left side. So first here we have C naught, okay, and after that we have this single qubit states, single qubit quantum gates. That's why H tensor X. Are you observing? That's good. Now first let me find the operation. So that implies your entire circuit is represented by this. For this we have a small technique. This, don't say it's a tricks or something like that. It's easy to find the answer, that's it. So ready? Let me find this. This is 1 by root 2, 1, 1, 1 minus 1. This is the tensor product. This is 0, 1, 1, 0. Take one element here and multiply with everything. That is 1 by root 2, 1. Take this one and multiply this. So 0, 1, 1, 0. Again 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. Again 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. Here minus 1. That's why 0 minus 1, minus 1, 0. That's good. And now here your C naught. So what textbooks are doing and everyone is doing in the YouTube lectures, everyone, I think they are multiplying. But what I am saying is, this is my technique. Whenever it is operating on right side, the C naught interchange is 3 and 4. But whenever it is operating on right side, just third and fourth rows interchange. This is what I mean. Okay. Then, so final output 1 by root 2. This is a 0, 1, 0, 1 first row, 1, 0, 1, 0 second row, third and fourth row are interchanging, third and fourth row are interchanging. I hope you got the clarity. Now this is the quantum circuit. Now once you got the quantum circuit, I am finding the final state. Psi final is equal to whatever the unitary operator you got, that is the corresponding this entire quantum circuit, and into psi initial. Yeah, let me find this psi initial here. I hope I told you how to find psi initial. Psi initial, this is a simply tensor product. This is U 0 tensor 0. Okay, so psi final is equal to 1 by root 2. See how simple it is. 0, 1, 0, 1, I am taking this matrix. 1, 0, 1, 0. And this is 1, 0, minus 1, 0. And this is 0, 1, 0, minus 1. Can you please tell me what is this? I told you the tensor product of 0 and 0 is nothing but 0, 0. That is the 2 qubit state 0, 0. Very simple. So 0, 0 qubit state, everybody know? First column of the identity matrix. First column of the identity matrix. 0, 1. Second column of the identity matrix. 1, 0. Third column of the identity matrix. 1, 1. Fourth column of the identity matrix. Now, so you know how to multiply. This is how simple it is. So row, column, 0. Row, column, 1. Row, column, 1. Row, column, 0. So your psi final, this combined psi final state is equal to 1 by root 2. Again you have to write this as a linear combination. 0, 0, 4 basis states, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. That's why I think you understand 0, 1 plus 1, 0. Now let me again ask, is it a Bell state? It's a Bell state or not? Exactly, it's a Bell state. Sir, why it is a Bell state? If you see carefully, you cannot split into the product of two states. Impossible. So Bell state means we have a superposition state where we are sending the information. So if you want to know the information, you have to break that information. If you want to break that information means what? You have to know what are the basis states which are forming that information. During this teleportation, whenever you are sending some information, so if you are sending the information through a superposition state, if anybody wants to crack, if anybody wants to break that information, they should know what are the basis states. Unfortunately, impossible to get what are the basis states. I mean, the basis initially, how we got all these things. Of course, this is one of the simple example. Okay, so anyhow, this is a Bell state, and this is the answer. Now, I request you, can you try this second one for yourself? Take 0 as usual, take 0 as usual, but this time take C naught here. So just to try yourself, you will get some confidence. And here, as usual, 1 minute, as usual, X gate as usual. So just I interchange it here. Okay, try yourself, please. Find psi final and check is it a Bell state or not. The next one, see this one. This is also a quite interesting one. Here I am taking a 0. Remember, in general Qiskit language, while you are writing the language programming, always initial state is a 0 only. Sir, if I want to get 1, what they will do? They will take X gate. Always will give the inputs 0 1. Sorry, 0 0. I hope you understand what I am saying. Always in that programming language, whatever you are writing, always will take a 0 0 only. But in case if you want 1, there is no direct program for that. What will they will apply X gate there. That's it. Okay. So here we have 0. Now this is the Hadamard gate on this first one, and Hadamard gate on this, and after that I have a C naught. Can you try yourself? Yeah, please try. I hope you can do it. So he is asking what is the psi final. First get the unitary matrix corresponding to this. So from right side C naught. This is very nice. You will get a surprising answer. Come on. You know how to get the tensor product of this? Just play with matrices. Come on. 1 by root 2, 1 1, 1 minus 1. The tensor product 1 by root 2, 1 1, 1 minus 1. I already explained, but maybe forgot. Okay, no problem, no issue. So I explained if Hadamard gates many operated. Okay, come on, do it. 1 by 2. So this is 1 1 1 minus 1, 1 1 1 minus 1, 1 1 1 minus 1, and minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 1, and a C naught. So whatever the technique I told you, C naught is operating on right side, right for rows. Okay, C naught is the third and fourth. That's why third and fourth columns interchange. Please write like this. After a few years, again if you see, you will understand. 1 by 2 as it is, 1 by 2 as it is, first row as it is, sorry, second row as it is, but third and fourth interchange. Don't forget. Now this is your unitary operator. Now take this unitary operator and operate on the initial state. Then the psi final is equal to unitary operator into psi initial. That unitary operator 1 by 2, 1 1 1, 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1 minus 1 1, 1 1 minus 1 minus 1. And the psi initial, I need not to explain every time. This is your psi initial, that is a 0 0, 1 0 0 0. So what do you get? I think you got Amrita completed. You got a linear combination of all the states. Am I right? This is 1 by 2 row column, row column, row column, row column. See how beautiful it is. So if you want to construct a linear combination of all the basis states, this is the method. So you have to operate HH and C naught. Just to take it as a homework, reverse. That is 0, 0, C naught here. Anybody guess what will be the answer? Anyone guess? Just try yourself. Take it as a homework. So this is about C naught operation. So what I want to say is whenever C naught is operating on right side, third and fourth rows are interchanged. Whenever C naught is operated on left side matrix, left side on any matrix or any operator, so third and fourth columns interchange. So please remember this technique and it will be very useful. Ready? Yeah, anybody wants to say the answer? Yes, Krishna Padmakar. Same, very good. Yes, yes, exactly. So same. So shall I write like this? See, that means a quantum circuit, identical quantum circuits now we are drawing. That means, so this is identically equal to, yeah, here. Please check. Shall we write like this? But I tried a little bit more actually because I got some interest here. The reason is if you place a mirror, you are getting the same. So I tried some other circuits also, but unfortunately we are not getting. So something we should know about this. So some circuits are satisfying this condition. That means the mirror images are equivalent, but not all mirror images are not equivalent. Okay. So anyhow, yeah. Next one. Listen carefully. The next gate. Next gate. Upside down. C naught. Everyone stop and see the board. Textbooks are writing reversed C naught, but I feel reversed word is not at all correct. The reason is I think some people are using, not all the people, some people are using the word reversed C naught. Don't use a word reversed. Okay, so because already you know quantum circuits are reversible, so you may get confused. My advice is it is upside down C naught. I will tell you what is that upside down, don't worry. Now listen. So before going to start this, let me take a C naught gate again. I'm taking again C naught gate. So here is A, so this is B, two inputs, and here we have C naught, this A as usual, and this is the XOR operation, that is a modulo 2 operation, that's it. Now let me take the truth table, input, output, and output, and this is input and output. These two are inputs and these two are outputs. So I can take 0 0 1 0. Once again I am explaining 0 1 1 1. Then you will understand what is the difference. So here output we are taking, so A as it is, truth table, and B XOR A or modulo 2. This is what? Modulo 2 under addition. So come on, add 0, add 1, add 1, add 0. So finally what happened? 1 0 become 1 1, 1 1 become 1 0. So finally the operation is 1 0 is changed to 1 1 and vice versa. So this is 2 to 3 and 3 to 2. Okay. So total 0 1 2 3. So last two are interchanging. This is what we have already discussed. Okay. And let me write one more time. C naught A XOR B A tensor product B. Then here what is changing? Third and fourth. It is operating on right side. Rows are interchange. And whenever you have this A tensor B, and here you have C naught, and C naught is operating on this, and in this case the third and fourth columns are interchanged. Okay, so now let me explain this upside down C naught. Upside down C naught is I suggest this notation. This is also not in the books. Okay, this notation is not there. Just I am giving upside down C naught. Some textbooks are writing a reversed C naught. Some textbooks are writing upside down C naught. But why they don't take this notation? This is, I would like to give this notation. The reason is here, see, this is a C naught. Here T. I hope you are observing. So this will be reversed. That's it. This will be reversed. That's why they are using the word reversed. Some people are using the upside down. So we can use this notation. I think this is good, but okay, it's not meaningful. That's why they won't use this. So let us use. We will use. This is a C naught. So here, not C naught, C naught, T reverse. That means upside down. T become upside down. A, B inputs. Everyone. So here is a T. That means I hope you understand what I am saying. So here we have that side. So this operation is reversed. So here A as it is, here B as it is. Here this is modulo 2, B and B with modulo 2, I mean B and A modulo 2 operation, and here A modulo 2 B. That's it. So final state is simply A modulo 2 B and B tensor product. Okay, so let us take the truth table again. A, B, what is the output? So output A modulo 2B and the next one B. Are you ready? Now this is a 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 1. Now here B is the same, here A is the same. That's why B is the same, 0 1 0 1. Now A modulo 2B. So ready? 0 plus 0 0 1 1 0. Now carefully check what happened. So 0 1 become 1 1 and 1 1 become 0 0 1. So 0 1 become 1 1 and 1 1 become 0 1. Can you please tell me now what happened here? This is 1 0 become 1 1 and 1 1 become 1 0. So if A is 1, then B is flipped. Here upside C naught is if B is 1, A is flipped. If B is 1, A is flipped. I hope you understand what I am saying. This is the C naught. That A is first control bit. If control bit is 1, then that other bit is what happened, flipped. But here it is a reverse. If B is equal to 1, then A is flipped. Wait a minute. Let us construct a matrix. Okay. So now we are taking this as C naught operator. I am using this one, although it is not meaningful. For our understanding, I am using this one. Okay. So this meaning of this is what? That T is upside down. That means reverse. Some people are saying reversed. Now, see carefully. This is what? 1. 1 become 3 and 3 become 1. 1 become 3, 3 become 1. Okay, sir. Means 1 become 3, 3 become 1. First column is 0, no change. Okay. Next, 1. 1 means the second column. In the place of 1, you got 3. Last one. I hope you are observing. Repeat. Here 2 and 3 interchange means what? Last 2 columns of identity matrix are interchanged. Here 1 and 3 are interchanged means what? Second column and fourth column. Second column and fourth column of identity matrix. So 0, 0, 0, 1. Third column as it is 0, 0, 1, 0. And here you have to get the second one 0, 1, 0, 0. I hope you got this. So this is the upside down C naught. So C naught will interchange third and fourth columns or third and fourth rows. But upside C naught will interchange second and fourth columns or second and fourth rows. Sir, you are using the second and fourth. Here the numbers are 1 and 3. I hope you know the difference. States starts from 0, 1, 2, 3. But while you are saying columns and rows, it starts from 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear? Come on. So here what it will change? Second and fourth columns interchange. See, second and fourth columns are interchanged. Don't simply copy, try to understand. Truth table, from the truth table we observe is 0, 1 become 1, 1 and 1, 1 becomes 0, 1. Means what? Second qubit B is 1, then A is flipped. This is a quite reverse of that C naught. In C naught, first qubit is 1, second qubit is flipped. So upside down C naught. Second qubit is 1, first qubit is flipped. You can write that also. Second qubit is 1, then the first qubit is flipped. Second and fourth rows are interchanged. And the next operation, if you have A tensor B, some matrix, and here we have upside C naught, then it is operating on left side. Whenever you have left side operation, so this case, second and fourth columns are interchanged. Now let me take one example. Wait a minute. So yes, we'll take the earlier one same. Now let us take a combination of quantum circuits. Combination of quantum circuits with upside C naught. Now listen. First one I am taking. This is my quantum circuit. I hope now you understand. You are able to design quantum circuits now, and you can find the most important thing, output you can find very easily. And here we have taken upside down C naught. Let us take 0. This is also 0. Okay. Every quantum circuit will be having a 0 0 only, but generally some people will write 1, but that 1 is while you are writing the programming, it is not a direct 1, it is operating a X gate on 0, right? And find this psi final. Yeah, can you do along with me? Come on, start. Now we have to find the unitary matrix corresponding to this. So this is from right to left, upside C naught operating on HH. Already you have written earlier. Don't copy, try to write directly. Here 1 is there, here H is there. 1 into H. Next second 1. Again 1 into H. Next here 1 is there. 1 into H. But here fourth element is minus 1. Minus 1 into H. Very easy. Now C naught. Sorry, not C naught, not C naught. Upside C naught. Now this upside C naught is operating on right side. R for rows. Which rows? Second and fourth. Second and fourth interchange. So first row as it is. 1 1 1. Second and fourth are interchanged. 1 1 minus 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1. See how simple it is. Psi final is equal to unitary operator into psi initial. So unitary operator 1 by 2. 1 1 1. 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. 1 1 minus 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1. Now initial state is the tensor product of these two. That is a 0 0 state. Second qubit base state 1 0 0 0. So row column. So this is 1 by 2, 0 0, 0 1, 1 0, 1 1. Oh goodness. Same thing. That means if you want to write an equivalent, I think you can write now. We got the same thing. I will give few examples. So please try yourself. I think it's completed. So done along with me. Yes, any doubt? Padmakar. Bob, any doubt? It's doubt? Maybe at least. Okay. I hope any difficulty you are facing now. So whenever a quantum circuit you have seen, no need to worry. Maybe classical circuit you will worry. Op amps, transistors, diodes. Here nothing, simply matrices. I think if this is in the exam, I think we can get full marks. I hope so. Okay. So, but unfortunately, it is not there. Okay. So I will give some few examples. Try yourself. Just whenever you are free, please do it. Okay. find the output and check whether these two are same or not. And check this one. This is a very nice one. This is C naught here. This is upside C naught. Here C naught given. This is also a very interesting one. This is quite equal to. This is equal to. This is upside C naught. Okay, and here the head mod operation as usual. You please check whether these two are equal or not. Already we find here, I mean not find, I think earlier we find, and this one we are finding here. So whether these two are same or not, please check. Like that you can do with the C naught and upside down C naught. Over? Right. Now, so just whenever you are free, just for practice. Right. The next one, controlled Z. Everyone please listen. Next, controlled Z. That means CZ gate. Controlled Z gate. Stop. Now we have discussed the C naught and upside C naught and what are the outputs for the corresponding quantum circuits. Now we'll take a CZ. Ready? Yeah. CZ means what? Here we are having a one qubit, second qubit, and this is the controlled Z operation. That's it. And this unitary matrix is given by I 0 0 Z. That means U is equal to 1 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 minus 1 Pauli Z matrix. Now I hope I already explained the technique. From the identity matrix, what is the change occurring? Please find out that. I think the change is here. Means what? Here it is 0, 1, 2 and 3. Am I right? Yeah. That means 3 become minus 3. That means 1 1 become minus 1 1. So 1 1 is the which column? Fourth column. Okay. Fourth column is, I already explained earlier, fourth column is multiplied by minus 1. Now, just apply the earlier technique, whatever we have done. So need not to do again and again, everyone. So this is A, and here I am taking a quantum circuit just like this, B, but here I am taking a controlled Z operation. Okay, so can you please tell me what is this? This is nothing but, okay, wait a minute, this is nothing but, here we have CZ, and this is what? A tensor B. Whatever the technique earlier we applied for C naught, the same technique you please apply here also. What is that? Whenever C naught is operating on right side, rows will be interchanged. C naught is operating on left side, columns will be interchanged. Here also the same technique, no change. Now, no need to multiply. CZ is operating on right side, so right side, row. Which row? Fourth row. Fourth row is multiplied. Fourth row is multiplied by minus 1. Now similarly, next one if you see, here we have controlled Z, and here this is A quantum gate and this is B quantum gate. So can you please tell me what is this operation? From right to left, A tensor B operating, CZ is operating. So CZ is operating on left side. So I hope you understand here. So whenever it is operating on left side, what it will do? I will write separately. Here rho is multiplied. You can do because you understand already by -1. And whenever CZ is operating on left side, in this fourth column is multiplied by -1 by -1 by -1. Let me take one circuit. Okay, very nice. Now first one, I'm taking this. Here we have 0. Here we have 0. Here head mod gate is operated. Here Z is operated. Here head mod is operated. See, this is quite interesting. I will explain. Please. Any doubt here? So I think CZ operation is changing a only fourth column or only fourth row. If it is operating on right side, CZ operating on right side, fourth row will be multiplied by -1. CZ is operating on left side, fourth column is multiplied by -1. Now come to this. See, here you will find some interesting thing. Now this is the quantum gate and we have to find the output. Input we know, output we have to find. First get the corresponding unitary matrix. Can anybody please try? So one thing, be careful. Always we have to take the tensor product. Be careful. Whenever I have A here, B here, what I have taken? A tensor B I have taken. I have not taken B tensor A. A tensor B is never be equal to B tensor A. Never be not equal to. So that's why while you are taking this, be careful. Right to left. Anybody wants to try the matrix? Anybody wants to say? Raise your hand. Amma Ahila, please log out. Amma, what is the use of writing like that? If you are not understanding, please log out. Krishna, please try. Yeah.
Sir, I tensor product A. Okay. CJ. I tensor product A.
Very good, excellent. That's it. Right. So don't get tension. Now see carefully. Everyone, first we have to, if you are not interested, please get out, please log out. Don't attend like that, please. Maybe you are not understanding why you are sitting like there. You can do your work. And see this one. CZ, leave it as it is. First find this tensor product. Everything just leave it. Okay. First find this. This is I, this is H. Now try to write directly. I means 1001. H means 111 minus 1. First element here 1. That's why 1 1 minus 1. Next element 0 0 0 0 0. Because the next element here it is a 0. Second element. In I, third element is a 0. That's why 0 0 0 0. In I, fourth element is 1. That's why 1 into H. I hope you got this. Now this is 1 by root 2. Now on this you are operating CZ. On this you are operating CZ. Keep this as it is. Don't change it. Just keep it as it is. Because the same answer here. 1 minute. CZ. And this matrix is also same. 1 by root 2. So 1 1 1 minus 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 and 1 1 1 minus 1. Now no need to get tension. Oh, your 3 matrices are there. No, sir said one small technique. Which one your wish? You can operate this or this because these are Hermitian operators. Okay, Hermitian and unitary operator. That's why you can operate like this or like this. Now you are operating on right side. Operating on right side, row, fourth row is multiplied with minus 1. So 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by 2. This matrix is as it is. And fourth row is getting minus 1. Come on, start. Third row as it is. Fourth row, 0, 0, minus 1, 1. Now happily multiply these two matrices. And tell me what you are getting. You will get a surprising one. The surprising is waiting for you. Anybody multiplied? And can anybody tell me this is equivalent to which gate? Just multiply these two and tell me this gate is equivalent to what? Anybody completed? Raise your hand. Yes? Yes, Babu? You want to say? Yes, what is that? No. I told you, I explained. Identity is the NOP, no operation. A quantum circuit always will give you another gate, definitely. So it's not I. Please check carefully. If anybody got, raise your hand. Just row into column. So please find the equivalent circuit for this. So find the unitary operator.